Hey there, gourmet campers. It's about time we talk leftovers. Now, when you're out camping, a perfect scenario would be to have no leftovers at all. I mean, who wants to store food that really you should just eat, right? Well, not always. So we've got here, well, admittedly, these were items that were cooked just for the purposes of this and another video, but let's just call these leftovers. So we've got some sausages here, a chicken breast, and some bacon from breakfast. Now, I mean, as I said, the perfect scenario would be to not have any leftovers at all. But if you're like me, for 2 people, you cook enough for 6, 8 people, and then just say oops. But it gives you great opportunities for meals later on. So we need to talk about how to store these items. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's basically 3 distinct categories for food storage. First of all, you've got your wraps. In this case, you've got some aluminum foil and some cling wrap. You've got your sacks. You've got a couple of different options for bags here. And you've got your containers. Like so. So, as far as storage options go, I would say bags, containers, and as an absolute third, wraps. Now, keep in mind that you're going to be storing this stuff in a cooler full of ice and water. So, wraps are not exactly ideal. Last thing you want is to be retrieving your delicious food from the cooler and finding that it's been soaked with water. And not only that, but it's taken a bunch of the juices and soaked your ice cubes, which is never a good thing. So for container selection, there's a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. As I said, water infiltration is not a good thing. So let's say we're going to talk about containers. You might be tempted to bring your fancy Tupperware container with the vent and all that kind of stuff, but when I look at this, I see 2 ways for water to get in. Not only that, but you put your chicken breast in here. That's a lot of airspace. It takes time for that to cool down. That air acts as a buffer for cold to get at that chicken breast. Not exactly ideal. If you could fill this up, that's fine. Now, if you're going to put things into a container, there's a couple of things to look for. Obviously not glass. You don't want to bring glass with you on a camping trip, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find my plastic containers with this kind of lid. So 2 things that you want to look for. First of all is this gasket around here. That's going to stop water from getting in. And second thing is these clips on the side here. That's going to keep the lid firmly attached to the base. That's pretty much all I have to say about containers. I mean, in a pinch they'll do. I just want to reiterate about the wraps. You take your tin foil, wrap your chicken breast up in it. That's going to keep it isolated from other objects that are solid. That sausage isn't going to get in there, but if you put this in a cooler, when you take it out, it's going to be covered in water. It's going to be, soggy. The seasonings on it are going to be in the water. Not a good scenario. But this does come into play in a moment. Same thing with saran wrap, although you do get a tighter seal. Now on to the sacks. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is really the way to go. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. They're nice and waterproof. You only have one way for the water to get in unless you have a puncture. You can push it down to get all the air out. You can fit all sorts of different things inside, but as with the other things, there's a couple things to look out for. I mean, obviously, this is not ideal. These little sandwich bags. I mean, you have this little flip top. That is going to do absolutely nothing to keep water out. It'd be good for packing a sandwich into a lunch bag, but as far as keeping things in a cooler, nah. What you want is something with the zipper seal. These are branded bags. They are not the Dollarama version. I would suggest to stay away from those because they don't exactly stay sealed very well. This has only got a single zipper. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get the double zipper, but it's probably not necessary. So, I mean, I don't think I really need to tell you how to put things into a bag, but heck, why not? So we're going to take our food items, we're going to put it in the Ziploc bag, close it most of the way, and then squeeze as much air as we possibly can out of the bag before finishing the close. And then we can put that into the cooler. It's not going to get soggy. It's not going to ruin our ice cubes. If you're really concerned with it, you can take another bag. You can double bag it just to be extra certain. And you can reuse the outer bag. It's not going to get dirty with the other bag inside there. Now, one thing to note, back to the chicken breasts. This was a bone-in, skin-on chicken breast. So there's a line of rib bones along the side here that don't play very nicely with the plastic. Especially if you get those crappy dollar store bags. So this is a case where it might actually be advantageous to wrap it in tin foil before wrapping it in your Ziploc. So what that tin foil is going to do, it's going to prevent any punctures from happening. And keep your chicken nice and dry. And do the dishes. So that's pretty much it. I thought I'd just spend a couple of minutes talking about food storage on the campsite. For more information about this and other topics, head on over to thecampsitecook.com. We'll have our recipes and tips and tricks posted there shortly. Again, thank you for watching this video, and remember, keep cooking with fire.